think I'm hiding in the shadows, but I am the shadows. On today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the DC Multiverse 2022 Batman movie, The Batman. And here we have the figure straight out of the box without any crazy poses or accessories. My first impressions, first of all, I'm still not a huge fan of the side-eye. We'll get into that later, but I'm just gonna put it out there from the start. I really don't like it. It just makes it weird, especially the fact that, I'll show you later, but he comes with a grappling gun. You can only put the grappling gun on his right hand, and he faces to the left. He looks to the left constantly because of his eyes, so it doesn't really make sense to, if you're gonna put a side-eye on a figure, put it, logically. Like if he looks to the right, then it's okay because he can only shoot to the right with the grappling gun as well. But in this case, it's kind of weird. So, even though the head sculpt looks very nice, it does look like Robert Pattinson's jawline from here. The cape is soft plastic, as you can see. It bends really well. It doesn't get in the way of articulation that much. And it's nice. It's not soft goods or anything, but you can't really expect that from a figure at this price. But and one thing that I noticed is that when you get this guy out of the package, the kind of blades or fins on the vambraces, the armors, are really bent. They are really soft plastic, and you might need to heat them up and get them into shape, or maybe even harder them using super glue or something, because as you can see, we'll get into that later as well, but they are quite bent all over the place. It's not a huge deal. Other than that, the figure looks really nice, really liking the paint applications, and the proportion seems to be nice, and this figure really has a nice presence to him. And without further ado, let's get right into the accessories. And here we can see all the accessories that this figure comes with. As you know, I don't usually count the DC Multiverse display stand as an accessory, nor do I count the trading card, because they include those with every figure. I mean, you can kind of count them as an accessory, but you can't put, them in the figure's hand or anything like that, so it's not. But, as we have seen countless times, it's the DC Multiverse display stand. With this figure, it's kind of nice because he does have some trouble standing. Not as much as the Three Jokers Batgirl that we have taken a look at before on the channel, but he does make good use of it. Other than that, here we have the trading card, which this is using figure photography as well, and it looks like they actually put a little some kind of rope, kind of string or something on the grappling gun to make it more authentic on the picture, and they just done some really nice background, maybe some diorama, or just just using digital backgrounding or something. The ears on the Batcow seem to be super straight, but again, you might have to straighten that out because the left one is a tiny bit out of shape. It's not a huge deal again, but of course, when they do the figure photography, they use the best figure that they have. And also, it looks like the gun is actually a lot more gray than it is black on the final product. And you can see the bio. Pause if you want to read it. And oops, this is actually the only real accessory that the figure comes with. It's his grappling gun. And it's just sculpted in black plastic. There's no paint or anything. It's not a huge deal. Seems to be movie accurate. It's nice enough, it's whatever. One thing that I really don't like, as you can see, there's a peg right here. What you want to do is, this is where it becomes really weird. You cannot put it in his left hand. As you can see, there's a hole in his right hand. So you just take it and plug it into his hand. I mean, is that not weird? Let me just shimmy it in. It's actually, man, when you get it in there, it does not move at all. It's really snug. I think in the movie, the grappling gun was like right here, and it just kind of, like from the movie Taxi Driver, it kind of just comes out some kind of mechanism. But as you can see, he's holding it, but he's looking to the left, so it doesn't really make sense. You can't get him in a pose where it looks nice, like what, like this maybe, you know, like it just doesn't feel right. That's the only thing I have. This is the only problem I have with this. And I think every Batman figure should come, if I can just get this off, every Batman figure should come with fists, in my opinion. The Dark Knight Returns Batman did came with fists, and that's very nice. I mean, when you just have like, look, this is like a karate chopping hand or something, or like, you know, he's like trying to shake someone's hand, like, hello, I'm Batman, or something like that, or waving at someone. This is, and he has a left gripping hand, which, I mean, if you want to put the grappling gun in there, it's going to look weird again, because he's holding it like this. I mean, it's not too bad. He's just kind of, you know, holding it, resting it by his side. But just, it would be nice if there was actually some kind of place to plug it in, not just his hand. It looks weird in my opinion. That's just my opinion. He really, what is this? Okay, he really should have come with fists in my opinion, but I digress. Let's get right into the details of the figure. I just did some testing off camera just to kind of show you. These are the DC Multiverse Dark Knight Returns Batman fist hands. If you know, like, put them on the figure, first of all, they might be a bit too big. If that's not an issue for you, I actually tried, you know, I pulled his hands off, and the hole isn't kind of far enough, so it doesn't go all the way, and it's gonna leave a bit of, it goes in like kind of this much, so it looks weird because you can kind of see the whole peg. So, you know, I just thought that I would kind of say this just out loud. I'm vengeance. Now let's get into the details of the figure, starting from top to bottom. I don't have any problem with the head sculpts in particular. It's really the side eye. It doesn't do it for me. I don't know. Yeah, he looks kind of epic, you know, looking to the side like this, but when you're trying to do anything else, it just doesn't work. Other than that, the sculpting is nice. Paint applications are really good. You can see the stitching, the stitch work on the helmet, which is really nice. And this cape, again, it's very pliable, very nice. It looks like it's plugged and glued right there, as with any other DC Multiverse Batman figure. I will actually do a custom of this figure, and I might do a video on that. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that. I'm gonna remove the cape and replace it with a custom soft goods one. These pauldrons are really nice. When I got them out of the package, these were kind of just out of shape, but it gets back into its natural state because it's really soft. Gets out of the way of the articulation. It's very nicely painted. I like that kind of, some parts of the armor are much more black, like the belts, the emblem, and other than that, it's kind of just dark gray. The bat emblem is very nice. It's very tactical looking, as well with the any other piece of the armor. The vambraces painted very nicely on it. I don't know what these things are, but they're painted nicely with silver. As you can see, these fins are bent out of shape. I have to get them back, kind of harden them up or something. They are just really bent. Here's the belt from the back, painted in a really glossy black. I mean, these kind of buttons, I guess, on the belt and the belt buckle should be silver, but again, I guess that's too much to ask for. And this part right here is actually kind of, this is hard plastic, but this upper part is really soft. It's much more softer. And I wish this leg strap was actually painted black. I think that would be movie accurate, because I'm pretty sure this was black, just like the belt. And, you know, these things kind of silverish, whatever. Hands are nice, I guess. But I will actually also just go over the figure with a black wash myself, and I might do a video of that. Nice glossy black on the boots and the kind of leg armor, like that. And there are, of course, pack holes, so you can put the figure on the display stand that he comes with. And now, as you can see, he does have some trouble standing up. He's just leaning forward now. Let's get right to the articulation part. Moving on to the articulation, starting from top to bottom. Starting with the head. The head is on a ball joint. He can look up this much, which is alright. He can do like a, you know, using the grappling gun to shoot, boost himself up whilst looking up. He can look down this much, almost nothing basically. This collar does hinder it quite a bit. He can basically, yeah, he can do the Exorcist. Side to side movement, yeah, there is some, yeah. Arms, these are really soft and get out of the way, as you can see. He can almost do full T-pose. They go all the way around, that's pretty nice. Is there a bicep swivel anywhere? I think there is one right there, but yeah, there's a bicep swivel up there. Double jointed elbows, which comes in quite nice. Goes really, really nice. He can basically do the thinking, pondering about the universe pose. Very nice. Man, that's really nice elbow articulation. The hands, of course, are on the usual McFarlaneToys hinge, so you know you can do them horizontally or vertically, however you want. The torso, seems to be a ball joint. He can move back this much and move forward, just not at all. You cannot move it forward at all. No side to side movement. And I mean, I think there is a torso swivel. Yeah, as you can see, there seems to be one, but it's really hard on mine. But let's just say that there is a torso swivel. The legs, let's just get the arms out a bit. He can do the Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's very nice. They are on a hinge, it looks like. Move forward quite, oh my god, look at that. That's very nice. He can kick the criminals like hell. Move back, not too much. Double jointed knees. He can basically kick his own butt. Yeah, he can totally do that. Very nice. And it's not really, I like that when you get them out of the package, they seem to be super hard with the joints. This one, not so much. Very nice. He does have some trouble standing, but yeah. There is no thigh cut, but there is a cut right here. So there is a swivel on the boots here. And there's toe articulation as well. The legs go forward this much and go back this much. And there's a swivel as well and a rocker. Alright, now let's get into the size and comparisons. Okay, he can actually stand without falling over, nice. Let's move on to the size and comparisons. And this Batman figure seems to be standing at approximately at about 18 centimeters to the top of his head, maybe ever so slightly 18.5 centimeters to the top of the ears of the cowl, which translates to roughly at, well, to 8 inches basically in height. For comparisons, here we have him standing next to the DC Multiverse Dark Knight Returns Batman, and on the right it's the DC Collectibles DC Direct Batman Rebirth. And here's something I really wanted to show you. Here we have him standing next to the Noble Collection Bendy Figs 2022 movie, the Batman figure. And I'll actually use most of the parts from this figure to kind of upgrade the Batman on the right. I might do a review on that or just a video. I feel like the shape of the head is actually kind of better on the Bendy Figs because it is you know, it's more rounded. And this one actually has a soft goods cape. So I'm just gonna take the cape off and put it on this one. And I might try to get the hands off, because these are fists, and kind of, you know, try to plug them onto this one. Also, the belt has more details. As you can see, all the little things that are supposed to be silver are painted silver. So I might do a belt change, and there's also flare on it, which that uses in the end of the movie. And as you can see on this one, the leg strap is painted black. What do you know? And there is a holster for the maybe the grappling gun, and I'm just gonna cut this off and glue it on this one. So if you want to upgrade this kind of figure, just buy this. This is like $15, I believe, US, and you can use most of the parts. And surprisingly, the fins on this one, the vamp races, are not bent, even though this is a bendy figure. Okay, and here we have him, standing next to a can of Coca-Cola as always. And my final thoughts on this figure: even though it has a bit, you know, a couple of faulties, what just happened? Did you see that? My rotating display just kind of popped for a second, and it did a weird sound. Okay, whatever. This figure has some problems, but I still really like it. It lacks some certain accessories, as I've said. The fist hands are must-have in just with every Batman figure, in my opinion. The cape is nice, the sculpting is there, the proportion seems to be nice, paint applications are good, but in some places it's missing some very well-deserved silver paint on the belt especially, and on the leg strap it needs to be painted black as well. And the side-eye is something that I just can't get behind. It's kind of irritating. But other than that, very nice figure. And if you like the new Batman movie, which, you know, I really liked it. When I got to the movie theaters, I knew that I'm gonna have to buy this figure, because I was just really hyped. I really liked the movie. So if you enjoy the movie as well, you're gonna enjoy this figure standing on your shelf, just being epic. So this is my review of the McFarlaneToys DC Multiverse, the Batman movie, the Batman action figure. If you liked the video, consider leaving a like, or if you didn't like the video, consider leaving a dislike. That's an option for you as well. If you have any thoughts on the video, comment down below. If you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing to my channel. And it was me, the collector. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye.